that's Cuatro, Cinco, Peace of Mind. And the man himself is now in studio along with Manny, part of the band right now, performing at Running the Chihuahuas 15 on Saturday, May 4th. Cuatro, Cinco in the building. How we doing, sir?
Blessed. I'm super blessed, man. I'm here alive. I couldn't ask to be in a better position today on a Good Friday.
Yeah, absolutely.
At Hits 96.
Thank you so much for doing the proximity playlist with me right here, the podcast, for all the stuff that we've been. We have a nice little partnership going.
Most definitely.
It's been a lot of fun. And I will say, Cuatro, I kind of want to start things off, and I did want to kind of thank you for kind of breaking the ice here on Hits 96. We've talked about this a couple times, but I don't know if anybody knows like the full story. And since we're on a previous podcast that we had, told me about you, and then you were coming out with Peace of Mind and your new album.
Yes,
and you were promoting
Lost
music.
Your Trust, yeah.
Played your song on the radio, and you were here for probably a good half hour, 45 minutes, and we just talked about vocal music and everything. And the response that I got from that, from people online, people saying they loved hearing the new music, the response that we got on social media, I was like, there's something here. There's something here that we can,
For sure.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Again, thank you, Cuatro, for being a part of this.
Oh my goodness. I'm honored, man. It was our first interaction was a new experience for me. So just being able to be in a position and be ready with a record that is relatable and able to be on Hits 96.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That is a blessing within itself. So
that's a big part of it too.
Yeah.
It's that sound. That sound. And I'm listening to your music, and then again, Peace of Mind was the one that the song we just heard not too long ago. That was the song that was just like, oh, this guy's got something.
Yeah.
So you can open that door, at least kick it. Cuatro, Cinco, let's talk about that name before. I know we've talked about it in the past, but people might not know, and it is kind of a different name that makes people go, well, wait a second, and maybe expect something else, as you mentioned.
For sure.
And then they look you up and go, wait, that's not what I thought.
Yeah. So I don't think people really know what they're gonna get.
Yes.
So like when you look up Cuatro Cinco, you really don't know what that person looks like. So when you hear this song and then you hear a guy named Cuatro Cinco made this, and then you go and see you put the face with the record, it's like, wow. And that's the fact that that's something that I create just from the name and continue to create my records is that shock factor when you look it up and visuals as well. So absolutely. I'm totally honored to set a foundation for the future. Sure. Starting at Hits 96 and any other radio station or any other platform. It's just a blessing that keeps giving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Peace of Mind, because we did hear that. I do want to talk about each of the songs that we're going to play this evening. So what came to mind when you wrote Peace of Mind? What was the inspiration behind it? How did that all come about?
Peace.
Yeah, clearly. It says right there in the title.
I mean, it's a record, and I usually create around the producer and what the vibe and the energy is of the instrumental, and just peace kept coming to my mind, like, and at the time, like, I was really going into a different stage of my life of what peace really is, what happiness really is to me. So that's what I just started, and it was a different record. It was something I knew I needed something different.
Yeah.
And listening to that, I do a lot of beat surfing. People don't know what that is. I just turn on one instrumental. If I don't like it in the first 15 seconds, I turn it to the next instrumental, and I just keep going and going and going until the instrumental starts to speak to me. And when that instrumental, A Peace of Mind, came on, it was like, okay, this is the one.
Yeah,
this is the one. And it kind of wrote itself. I just, with life and experience, I knew that. And also, just growing up, listening to so much different music, so many different genres, and just being engulfed in music itself. I love music. So it was so natural. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It was so natural to create and write. And the response has been unreal.
Great, right? It's definitely an earworm. It's a song that stays with you, and one that when it ends, you want to hit it again. You want to play it again.
Yeah.
So that's all you can ask for out of a song.
Yes.
It's really remarkable, and we're happy to have it as part of our playlist, of course, in promotion of Running the Chihuahuas. Do you remember the first time that you kind of realized that you wanted to do music? Was it maybe the first song you wrote, or I don't know, what was that moment when you realized, oh, you know what? I want to pursue this. This is something that really, something I can do.
SoundCloud, watching the views go up. At that time, I didn't know anything about buying views or anything like that. Everything was so organic, and I'm still not doing that today. That's not my thing.
Right.
But,
Just to
you know,
clarify,
just
these are
yeah,
earned organic views.
for sure. It was just everything was so organic, and it was like, okay, well, I think I have a future in this if I just. And I also started to find my a sound, something that I enjoy, because I never wanted to make music that sounded like somebody else. I had my favorite artists, but it was like, okay, if I'm gonna write and I'm gonna put out music, at some point I have to have an identity. I think it was really I wrote a record called "Proud of Me." That's on my first project mixtape on SoundCloud. It was about my late grandfather, and I wrote that record in my grandmother's bathroom. That's where I first started recording, in my grandmother's bathroom and in her closet as well. Shout out to my grandmother as well. She has been the first supporter and has really supported me from day one. Like, that's awesome. Literally day one.
Yeah.
So after that record, I was able to really tap into what it means to express yourself. And the feeling of, like, I'm watching people listen to this record and it provoked an emotion. I watched people cry to that record. And then I knew, it was like, okay, I can do this. Yeah. Like, I'm able to provoke emotion through my music.
That's when it means more, right?
Yeah.
That's when it's coming from you, that's gonna actually evoke that.
And it's something, if you knew my grandfather, how the energy, I am him, he is me. And just to watch people really gravitate to that record.
And Gloss We Trust was the latest album, right?
Yeah.
The latest album that we put out.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that. What is when you gloss something? What is that to Cuatro Cinco?
So gloss, anybody on a surface elementary level, when you hear gloss, you think of something shiny, something attractive. It came to me. It's an aura. It's a positive aura. And I took gloss, and I wanted to create something that people can latch on to and really change their life with, change other people's life with. So it's like, if I walk into a building and I consider myself the biggest gloss in the world, the people that I come in contact with is on purpose. Everything has a purpose to me. So with gloss, like, I want to be able to just put a little gloss on you just from meeting me. Just that positive aura, like, dang, I like that guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being around that guy. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And take that and, just the conversation or the brief time that we're together and take that gloss and apply it to your life, apply it to somebody else's. You know what I mean? Affect somebody else with this gloss.
Yeah.
So, it's really just a positive aura that, trumps all the negative stuff.
Absolutely love that. Another reason we wanted you involved with running the Chihuahuas. Now it's glossing the Chihuahuas, right?
We're gonna
every
Chihuahua. Glossing all the
Chihuahuas.
Yeah.
We're in here. But real quick, let's introduce Manny, because he's going to be performing with you running the Chihuahuas. Manny, tell your story. Have you been Chattanooga this whole time? How'd you get connected with Cuatro? What's the deal?
That's a funny story, yeah. I've been raised in Chat. I'm a barber first. We've been chopping for 10 years now. I own Live Label Barbershop across the street over here on Broad Street.
Excellent.
I've been drumming for about 15 years now. And that was right around the time frame we were in high school together.
Yeah.
So we were in the same vicinity there for a little minute. And then, high school ended, we went our separate ways, started cutting hair, kept up with music, as always. It's one of my main passions, but yeah, what happened? So yeah, you shot a podcast in my barbershop.
For sure.
And then caught up there, said what's up, got each other back on Instagram, and then was still posting my drum videos, and he saw one, and he was like, yo, I need a drummer, you down to like see what we can create together? And I was like, sick. So I heard some of his music, and making everything as full and like enhance it as much as I could with just adding different parts and then backing up the 808s. You know, it's
Sure.
like, it's been fun creating this project, so I'm excited to go live with it.
And we're excited to see it. But thank you for being part of, obviously, running the Chihuahuas now, helping on Cuatro, and being a part of today, which is really great, too. So,
if you know Manny, you know Manny. But, like, the people who don't, the journey we're about to embark on, like, it's like, I just want people to see how great he is. Just on
this is the gloss that we're talking about. This is the gloss, man.
just on impact. You know, again, people come to me, and whether they know it or not, like, it's already written to me. So, like, just knowing Manny through the years and not officially knowing Manny, watching him grow, watching him become the businessman, the entrepreneur that he is, it was only right. He will get the respect that he deserves in this city and in this world. And I'm going to do the best that I can to show that. So May 4th will be our first show together. I'm extremely excited about it. And it will really kick off. I can't wait to, like, really show the world who Manny is. So,
excellent. Oh, we're excited to see it. We're excited to see it for sure.
Yeah. I just wanted to put that out there.
No, well, we appreciate that, bro.
Most definitely.
What should we know about Daydreaming before we hear it?
Daydreaming is another one of those records where I was able to bust down another door. Just introduce my creativity and my versatility with more people, and giving my supporters and new supporters another reason to be a Cuatro Cinco fan.
Very cool. I love this stuff. Alright. So Daydream's playing. We played the extended version for a while. And then we're coming back out here. We got doing that in 3, 2, 1. That's Daydreaming again by Cuatro Cinco. Joining me right here in studio on the Proximity playlist. Also Manny in studio as well. Thank you, gentlemen, for stopping on by today. Of course, we're looking forward to Running of the Chihuahuas 15, Saturday, May 4th. Can't press that enough. Let's talk about the local music scene. What do you think about the Chattanooga music scene? And Manny, you can weigh in too, being a musician.
Honestly, just growing up in the scene, starting out when I did, there's a lot of history in the hip-hop scene that it's just real underground. Begin to learn the business, learn how to market, learn what it means to have stage presence, being approachable.
Being your own brand.
Yeah, that too. What it means to be a brand, and starting out as, you know, just who you are. Like, what do you represent? So, you know, I'm speaking from being a student of hip hop, a student of the music business, and being a child of Chattanooga music. It's really dope to see the artists really grow. There are artists that I'm gonna plug real quick. It's as welcoming as having an artist like MISHH. You know what I mean? Like, to be in a scene, to not be known, but to bring a sound that the city doesn't have. And I don't know if he understands the opportunity, just as far as his sound and his voice, to give artists that are from here an opportunity to make music that does not sound like it's from Chattanooga, but to even find their sound and working through that. So, like, again, with it being so welcoming, I've been able to take advantage of just collaborating and watching venues open up or studios open up that we've never had before, like ARC Studios, Wavelength Studios.
Big shout out to Dynamo.
Dynamo Studios.
For the city.
Most definitely. You know, and those are things that we just didn't have.
Right.
So it's motivating, and you know, it gives you a reason. It gives you something to shoot for. You know, it's almost like it should let you know you're in the right place. You know, so you know, just watching Chattanooga grow as a city, and constantly watching artists get more serious about their craft. Like, I've been a product of that, and that's what's led me here.
Right. Right. No, and that's basically why I wanted to do this whole local music thing on Hits 96, because I saw that same potential. And I was introduced to the guys over at Wavelength. They had me go over to the studio and take a tour. They're just doing amazing things. And then just all of the artists like yourself that I mean, just one leads to the other, right? And it's just always a nice little world. And I thought it'd be very welcoming and seems to be very inclusive with all types of different music, and it's just really great. Now, you did a post recently talking about DJs, and not just DJs, but local artists and collaborations and things of that nature.
For sure.
And some of the posts, it didn't get heated by any means, but it was interesting to see kind of a difference of opinion depending on who was posting and what was going on.
Yeah.
I think at one point you made a good point of saying, not so much changing people's style, but you kind of have to, how can I put this? You kind of want to be a little bit more mainstream when it comes to stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of like you can have your trap music, for example.
For sure.
Nothing against trap music, but at the same time, that's not going to attract the mainstream audience.
For sure. The premise of my post was to educate. And to figure out how artists here and DJs here can communicate better. Just for the sake of the future of the scene. I'm outside. I'm going to events, whether I'm performing or not, just to meet people and network. Just also leaving Chattanooga and understanding what it takes to even, just go to an Atlanta event where there's a DJ, or actually nobody at the event knows me. But to figure out how I get my music played here. Yeah. And there's a chance. It's a gamble. It's a risk. You know what I mean? It's not a guarantee that it's always going to work. So with that being said, me being an artist and my percentages of going out and networking and it working for me is more positive than it is negative. And that's just me trying different approaches. With different DJs and so I with traveling a lot, coming back to my city and knowing that there's not many places that we just have DJs or multiple DJs in one night in multiple spots or multiple venues, that I could leave one place and go to another place and leave that place and go to another place and have my record spun in 3 different places in one night. We just don't have that yet. But working with what we have and, going from your Southside Socials to your No Hard Feelings, to your Exiles, to figure out my approach may not work with the DJ at Southside, but it may work at No Hard Feelings. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So just in general, the artists in the city struggle with networking, learning how to properly network and professionally network.
Yes, professionally is big.
Yeah.
I always say a lot of people that stunt in Chattanooga's music growth is other musicians or other artists, other bands, not even showing love to other artists, not pulling up to different shows or whatever. Yeah. It's and then like I said, us being out and about, shaking hands, networking is providing that positive experience for people to be maybe I could just show up or go show love.
And it takes artists that go out and have these experiences so that it can bring them back. It's just, all it is knowledge. It's knowledge and educating other artists and other DJs, DJs educating other DJs and DJs educating artists on how to approach a DJ. And the biggest thing to me is reading the room. Learn as an artist, you have to learn how to read a room. Because the record that you may even be pushing, and it may not fit for the certain crowd or wherever you are. Just kind of, again, read the room and understand what's being played. He may not be playing an R&B set at all, but you're trying to fit in this R&B song that just doesn't fit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that just comes from, I'm gonna be real here. It comes from failing. Mm-hmm. It comes from trying and failing, and learning. You gotta have a lot of courage to go outside of your city and walk up to a DJ and say, "Play my song." Yeah. A lot of artists from here aren't doing that. Mm-hmm. It's just not happening. I mean, just from the confidence alone. So it starts home. So,
Sure.
you know, a lot of times you know the DJ. Wherever you are in this city, you know the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
So the chances of you going up to him and, you know, saying, hey, man, by name, you think you can play my record? Some DJs may want to be paid
Sure.
to play your record. And a lot of DJs outside of the city want to be paid to play your record.
Yeah.
And it may not get paid. That's a risk that you take. It's a part of the journey.
But it is part of the deal too. And it's like, I can play a song on the radio, sure. You know, fine. Play a song on the radio. But that doesn't mean you never know who's listening, and you never know who's not listening, type of thing. So you play it, and it could just go by, and then that'll be it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be instant gratification. Yeah. You're not going to all of a sudden have millions of followers. It's just not going to work that way.
That's facts.
But if you do have a little bit of a brand behind you, or you have this little bit of a following, and you have your song, it goes farther.
Yeah.
And
I
that,
literally speak from experience, and I've been doing this going on 12 years just to figure out who I am, just to know who I am. So when I present and when I at this point in my career, like, I need to know who I am as a professional. You know what I mean? I'm a professional independent artist. So and there's still so much more to learn. The thing about a lot of artists today is they don't have enough drive to learn. Like, there's a lot more to the business side of this. Is the most important part. You know what I mean? Because it's the music business.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
it's competitive.
that too.
You have the freedom to create when you make music, but if you want, it's like a business. You have to first buy the supplies or buy the needs necessary to be able to push that business or the brand. And if you're not doing that, it's like, okay, well, I put my new song on Apple Music. Why is it not doing nothing? It's like the memes. Like, we need the visuals, you need the music videos,
it's a package.
You need the story posts, you need the radio, you need to be out there networking. Hey, check out my song everywhere.
And it's not instant as well. You know, you have to be able to sit back and create something that people want to be a part of. You know what I mean? It's like
too.
This journey of mine, like, everybody that I'm bringing on this journey, like, they'll be able to go back 5-10 years from now and remember every bit of where they were with me. Yeah. You know, whether they're with me still or not. You know what I mean? I just want to provide an experience. Every experience that I have, like, the people that I love, the people that I care about, like, the people that I want to win, like, I want you to be a part of these experiences that I'm having, because then who knows what that may do for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And wherever that takes you, you know, I'm behind 100%. So, and I hate to have these experiences alone. You know what I mean? Like, I like people
more the merrier.
Yeah, you know, and I know everybody isn't for you, but, like, again, just reverting back to, like, the people who are brought to me by design. Yeah. Like, I'm very aware of the people and the team that I'm grinding to build, and, you know, it's trial and error, but I've fallen in love with the journey. Like, I'm not chasing your big plaques and a certain amount of money, or, you know what I mean? Like, that's to come. Like, I know that because I'm just where my mindset is and the way things have gone. Like, I've chose the slow grind. You know what I mean? I've chose
solid foundation.
Yeah, to build one. You know what I mean? And it really starts at home. Just to be able for my next generation, which is my son, to be able to see what his father did. You know what I mean? And up until he's able to really realize, and then once he's able to realize, he's able to, you know, be proud. Like, I wasn't able. I'm not as able to be as proud of my father as my son will be of me. And that's something that I really, like, every day. I'm just grinding to make my son proud. So, you know, I dream about the days where he, you know, he grows up and goes back and shows his friends, like, as he's growing up, like, this was my dad before he met my mom. This is my dad when he met my mom. This is my dad when he proposed to my mom. This is me in my mom's belly. This is me at 5 months old in this Moolah Galore video. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
yeah, right.
the journey of it is what is beautiful to me. Like that's all that's the meat and potatoes of it all. And that's something that people who are just now getting on this journey is attaching themselves to. So once you're able, you know, you're just able to go back and see what you missed out on and get with the program.
Right.
You know?
No, that's why I wanted to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Because we're looking forward to the running of the Chihuahuas, Cuatro, but
Yes.
what else are we working on? I know you're always grinding.
Yes.
Anything we should look forward to?
I'm progressing. I'm
Yeah.
growing. I'm always growing. If you've been a supporter of mine, you've been able to watch the growth. If you're new here, I'm always growing. I'm always presenting something new. And now I have 2045 out right now. That's my newest single that I'm pushing. Great response. You know, I've had a couple other musicians send just snippets of just wanting to be a part of this experience.
For the Gloss auditions.
Yeah, for the Gloss editions. Y'all email me all your videos of just song, you know, just playing over my songs, little covers or whatnot. And yeah, I'm just really putting together an experience right now.
Have you guys done like forms of band practice and stuff? How has that been for you to now work not just with a track, but now with live musicians?
Yeah, it's super new. It's super
exciting.
new. Yeah. I mean, just the couple times me and Manny got together, just to watch him do his thing in his element, it excites me.
Curating the sets to as best as they can be, and it's like a newborn baby. What do we want this to go? What do we want it to look like? And like how great of a sound can we get from this? And that's something that I've always respected about Mr. 45 over here is his performance. It's something that is lacking in chat. Is someone might get the stage and kind of just enjoy what they're doing, but this guy's a performer at the end of the day. Like
I agree.
Our energy is going to be unmatched, and I don't think chat's used to seeing something like this.
Yeah, never.
Ready.
They're
ready.
I want to bring the energy. If I go to a show, I want to get hype. I want to get energy. I want to not just. Should we go back home? It's
just
like,
watching a rapper rap.
You're
Like
not looking away from this guy, so he brings a good stage presence.
One of my favorite videos of you, Cuatro, I think it was from last year when you performed at that prom.
yeah. Oh
in
man.
the beginning of the video, the kids, you're talking about high school kids now,
Yeah.
so you're talking about one of the toughest critics out there,
Woo.
right?
Toughest crowds.
Toughest crowds, high school kids, because they're all too cool for their own right?
Yeah.
And the video starts off, and you're performing, and they're all first they're kind of like a little hesitant,
Yeah, what
but
is
you know
this?
they're like feeling it, and they're like, and then you won them over, and by then they're all jumping with you.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a great little video.
Yeah.
Bro. Just that's the thing.
That was a full circle moment. I'm telling you, just being able to just sit back and create something. And I perfected performing without a band. I've perfected performing with my records, just me on stage.
Yep.
And whatever DJ it is of the night.
So you play. Right.
Yeah. And transitioning from record to record and making sure the audience is still there with me midway through my set or whatnot. But there's other elements. There's another level of professionalism. There's another level of experience that comes with the music that I create. So at this point, like it's Cuatro, Cinco, and the Glossers.
Ready to go.
You know what I mean?
Ready
And
to go.
I got Manny, I got DJ Shy. Shout out to DJ Shy. He's at McKenzie Arena right now, rocking out for a huge crowd. Again, it's the McKenzie Arena.
Right.
For another professional artist, and he's glossing the arena right now. So
here we go. First question. Would you rather have the ability to fly or be able to teleport?
Here it is.
Would you rather fly or teleport? What do you think?
teleport.
My guts teleport.
I'm on teleport.
I'm going
I
teleport.
think flying, there's too much things to worry about.
Flying takes too long.
It's too many
Teleport
things to worry
is
about.
instant.
Would you rather have the power to speak and understand all languages or be able to communicate with animals?
Ooh. I would go with. I'd go with animals.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I think I'd go all languages because I think that'd be pretty.
I'm gonna go all
spectacular.
languages. I'm gonna go all languages for the simple fact that I want to be somewhere where I understand everything.
Can network.
Yeah, like I can talk to anybody. I mean, I feel like I can't now, but like, you know, there's a language barrier.
There's
Sometimes.
no translator for animals though.
There isn't. But what? I mean, what do you
I'm
say?
gonna it's only so much.
No,
There's
whatever
only so
they
much
on, you know. Chirp, chirp.
It's like,
They might know the secrets of the world. Maybe
You know
you're
what I'm
right.
saying?
that's true. That's true.
Don't go.
They were.
If you had to choose, would you rather live in a treehouse or a cave? You're kind of put in this weird position. You have to pick one or the other.
Treehouse. I like sunlight.
I like sunlight, yeah. I mean, you can go get sunlight like, just in the entrance of the cave.
Walk out the cave a little bit.
Yeah.
More protection, I guess.
I think the cave would be nice and cool. That's what
I'm gonna be in my
think.
treehouse talking to the birds. Okay.
I'm gonna say cave because it has the way a cave is formed.
The foundation.
The foundation. If anything was to happen weather-wise, your treehouse is in a whole nother. It's hot here.
It's a ghost, but the birds would tell me before.
Yeah, but you gotta move. You have to
gotta move out of your house.
You gotta
or
move.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather always have wet socks or a small rock in your shoe?
Small rock.
Really? I think
Sock. That's wet.
wet socks would be
Yeah,
just the
give me
long
the
run.
rock.
Yeah,
Give me the rock.
man.
Oh,
the
my
long run wet
gosh.
socks, you're gonna have all kinds of
It's
issues.
so gross.
Cuatro, thank you for everything you're doing for this event. Of course, for the Chattanooga music scene, hip hop and beyond, and we are looking forward to the future, my friend.
I'm blessed. Again, it's an honor to be here and to be able to create these partnerships and continue to gloss the world.
We'll continue to
bless the world, especially on May 4th. We'll start there.
Let's go. Walk in your trap and take over your trap. I came in with my dogs. Kicking my feet up, they try to delete us. I stay with that heater, it's stuck in my drawers. Got a bad and I'm all in her jaws. Taking my time like I'm paying her walls. No, they don't like me, but do all that typing and hyping. And they got no paper at all. Yeah, I just ballin' in like spotting. I came up from nothing, I can't take a loss. Do it for